we start in the cab then. Pop the key in here, get the ignition going, give the mileage, all the things you need to do. The radio is here, you can turn that on. The fans are here, you can turn those on and off. Wipers and everything there. Lights here, really important to remember that there's no alert when you've had the lights on and stopped the van, so you must remember to turn the lights off, else you'll run the battery down. Just up here on the visor, we've got a 10-point checklist for everything that you need to do before pulling off. Disconnect the gas, empty the waste container, etc, etc. So do have a good look through that, and please, if you can keep that up in the visor, that would be great. Just some details about the height and length and weight, and obviously it's diesel, so you've got to make sure that you put the right fuel in. Fuel is just here, so if you just open the passenger door and then flip that open, and then you just twist that. Obviously it is diesel, so please make sure you put diesel in. Here we have the electricity, so you need to turn these switches on and then just turn that on as well. You'll see the battery is currently 100%. That charges up through the solar power, and then that obviously releases all the lights, which are now on. You can see the under lighting here. There's switches on each of them to just turn them on like that. And it also sorts the fridge out once that's on, so you just open that up, and then the button there just to hold, and off we go with the fridge. That cools down really quick, so you know, within 5 to 10 minutes you are nice and chilled in there. In this bottom cupboard we've got the water carriers, so you can see this blue hose. Once the water containers are filled up, just unscrew the red cap in there and put the hose in, push it nice and deep in, and then close up the thing. Then on the floor here we've got a foot pedal, which you push very simply, and when the water's connected properly, obviously the water will come out of the tap there. That washing up bowl, and the sink, there's a little thing to catch all the bits and bobs there. If you keep that in, that'd be great. Then that feeds into a waste pipe that you need to connect the waste water container to on the outside of the van. Gas, fairly simple. You've got obviously the 2 burners and the ignition here. The ignition should work fine. If not, for any reason, there is in one of these cupboards a lighter that you can use to do that, so no problem there, or a match if you've got that. So fairly straightforward. You must have this window open for ventilation whilst cooking. That's really important for all kinds of health and safety reasons. And also above you here, if you can open this while cooking as well, that will just get the air flowing through. It's really important for you. There is obviously a detector here for carbon monoxide, really important. And also on the other side here, a fire blanket, which obviously you need to read the instructions on the outside to use. Bunk number 1, fairly straightforward. It's fixed, you can't really do anything to change that. Please put the mattress cover on, and then if you've hired the bedding from us, please use that, or sleeping bags or whatever. That's fairly straightforward. Just show you the ladder for the top bunk. It's hangs off the end here. You can just take that off and slide around. Underneath the seat, you'll see a way that this has to fit in. It's a little bit tricky to do so, but once it's in like that, you can then push it there, and then it's nice and secure for a child to get. We wouldn't recommend any adults climbing up there. I think it will take your weight, but not very comfortable. Likewise, we've got a table there hanging on the back door, very self-explanatory to take off. Again, fastened by those kinds of fasteners just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Tablecloth, easy to unfold, and will fit nicely in between these 2 bench seats. Bunk number 2, a little bit more complicated, but still very easy to use. You just need to take off the cushion to begin with, and then that reveals the bed. You just need to slide this bottom cushion out slightly and then elevate onto the horizontal position like that. Then down at the end here we've got the supports which are velcroed in, so please just use the velcro. You're going to then place, I'll just put my phone down somewhere to be able to do this. You're going to place the blue down at the bottom. Remember, blue at the bottom, red at the top. And then it's very simple just to put those in. Like that, and then you've got obviously the bed all ready to go, and then pop the cover back up on there. Finish second bunk. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put the double bed up. It's very straightforward. First we take the cushions off. Then you're going to take this piece and place it in the middle. And you can see that lines up really well. Those bits like that locks into position there, so that's now secure. Then take the cushion that was there and just pop it back like that. That's all set, and then this grey one can go back under like that, so you can see that's ready, and now you can add the mattress protector and you're away. All the cupboards are fitted with these fasteners. They just rotate, then open, so you get all that space. You need to make sure that those are fully in position to prevent any of the doors from opening before you leave. Obviously, if you don't do that, the doors will swing open while you're driving and things could fly out, so be careful. The wood burning stove, very simple to use. Just open up like that. There's firewood underneath one of the benches, and you can just get that going. You can open this obviously for the ventilation to get it going. Please don't put anything on top here. It gets really hot, and be extremely careful of this pipe, which also gets really hot. Just one minor thing just to check on is that this little rope seal here sometimes just slips down a bit. It's no big deal, just push that in and it should be all set. But please be extremely careful. This gets very hot. It's really toasty warm within minutes, but just be really careful, because as soon as it's going, that is really hot to touch. Please don't touch it. This part of the van, just above the cab, really good place for storage, but really just be careful that everything is really clearly packed in there. You'll note that these chairs are pushed right behind that, so they don't potentially come out. Just if you have just got a few things in there, just be really careful that that's loaded really carefully, because things are liable to fall out otherwise.